In a second here, and we are live. Welcome everybody straight from the hip. And I guess we gotta wait till everybody to start piling in. But we got a jam-packed show. When I say jam-packed, I mean a jam-packed show. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get to all these topics, but we're gonna give you some love on some things that we had planned or planning to talk about today. So naturally, we gotta talk about Julio doing his thing. Yeah, that's crazy. We're going to talk about Julio Jones. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson not showing up for OTAs. We're going to have some conversations about Coach's boy, Tim Tebow. You know, they pray to the same God, so, you know, he loves them. We're going to have conversations also about NBA playoffs for sure. A lot of NBA playoffs. And then we probably have a game planned on there that Urban will probably lead that. Then we also going to talk a little bit about some boxing. More importantly, Coach is excited. I mean, when I say excited, he just cannot wait to see Floyd Mayweather box again. I mean, he's head over heels about that. And then we'll probably finish up with a little bit of golf talk as well as Philly Mac decides he wants to turn back the hands of time and win some stuff here. So, like always, we'll get started in a little bit, let some people pour it on in, and then we'll get it popping. I'll throw up the theme song in a little bit, and we'll rock and roll. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Travis is going to get 60 seconds to tell us about useless sports that we don't care about. So we'll make sure we put that at the end. So when people don't want to watch no more, they don't got to worry about that part.
Y'all going to let him talk.
Yeah, I got a timer and everything for him. So he's going to get his timer, put it in the corner for him, and let him just go ham.
Don't mute me this time, though.
Yeah, again, I'm not. I'm going to let you live.
This was it. All right, we're going to talk about MLS today. So we gotta get
all right, girls. That looking like.
Well, I'm gonna pull me and Travis off, and then and near the end we'll throw Travis back on to have his conversation about whatever he's going to give us his time on.
Champions League finals.
Shout out my team that won the Champions League, though.
Go Chelsea.
Hey, Mr. Butler.
Oh, man.
Miss Hood says she's listening from her walk. So Miss Hood's out there.
All right.
All right, y'all ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Let's get it going. Welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from the Imperial Palace on Black Man. Black Man has made me wear my purple for royalty today. They said I can't keep getting away with wearing red and black up here. I had to wear my purple for royalty. What's going on all the way from China?
Play the clock. Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and Jay, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats, the this and that to keep this show on point. And when we're done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, y'all, let's get it poppin'.
Oh, my bad. I was getting my groove on. I had to shut it down. Miss Carrie, baby. How you doing, Miss Carrie?
I'm doing all right. Ready for the show.
I'm glad. Right. I'm glad to hear because we got a lot to talk about in your neck of the woods. What's going on, big Herb?
Not much. I was about to start talking, but Jay cut us off.
I know it. Well, go on, talk to me. Give me something. Talk to me about the Wizards. What's it like to be a Wizard fan these days?
Hey, we good. The way we play in Philly right now, we good. Oh, Travis told me. It wasn't me. That's not my fault.
I hear you. Well, folks, welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Urban Meyer. there's a lot going on in the world of sports today. I mean, you know, we always kind of put stuff in the chat about what we're going to talk about. The list is yay long today. And every topic we can probably talk about for an hour each, but we're going to try to get as many things as we can in. But we do want to go in depth with some things and talk about them in depth. Probably the biggest news, other than Aaron Rodgers, and we'll get to Aaron Rodgers, but the biggest news, especially for us folks down here in the South, is that the golden boy of the Atlanta Falcons has said he wants to trade and he wants to leave. Julio Jones, whether on purpose or inadvertently doing so, announced to the world on Speak for Yourself, I think it's in the show or whatever it is. No, I'm sorry. Speak for Yourself, that's Whitlock. That's Jason's cousin. But Jason and Whitlock, they're cousins somehow or another. But on the Shannon Sharp show, him and Skip Bayless, I can't think the name of it, Undisputed or whatever it is, he announced that he was going to he announced that he was ready to ask for a trade Atlanta, and he said some other things too that we'll get to here in a minute. But I want to start with Miss Carey. The Atlanta Falcons are your team. What is it like being a Falcon fan and hearing this news?
Of course, it was devastating because you never hear from this guy. Like, he doesn't talk at all. And then to finally hear his voice and to hear what he said. But I mean, the message that I heard the most was that he wants to win. So he wants to leave, which means he doesn't trust us to win. And you can't blame him for that at this point.
All right, let's let Jason go ahead and roll that clip. We'll go ahead and roll that clip, Jay, and let's see what Julio had to say exactly.
Okay, we're calling.
You watching, Julio?
I really hope he answers here.
Julio, have the guts to pick up the phone.
What's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Julio. Hold on. Let me put you on. Can you hear me?
I got you. This is your favorite uncle. What's going on, bro?
Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you?
Man, look. You want to go to the Cowboys, Julio? Or you want to stay in Atlanta?
Oh, man, nah, I'm out of there, man.
You out?
He's out of there.
Are you going to... Ideally, where would you like to go?
Right now, I want to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't go to Dallas. If you go to, you ain't winning in Dallas, Julio.
Y'all man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know.
Okay.
Can you remind him we're on television?
Ask me why you wore the Dallas.
Listen. You know how people is, man, with all that going on with the picture.
Yeah.
And all that stuff like that.
Okay.
Man, I ain't never been on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's good enough. Yeah. Julio, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling me back. We on air, but I appreciate you calling me, dog. You know I know my nephew was gonna pick up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I ain't going to Dallas, man. I never thought about going to Dallas.
Okay. I appreciate that, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day.
So, Miss Carey, is that are you now a Julio hater?
I'm not a Julio hater. As long as he has on our jersey, I'm good with him. But when he puts on another jersey, I'm out. I'm done. I mean, like he said, he's out of here. So go. Yep. Go to the next house.
So you're not a Julio fan. Like a lot of people are Tom Brady fans, regardless of what jersey he's wearing.
No.
He's a GOAT. He's a guy. I'm staying with you. You don't feel that way about Julio? True Atlanta fan. Talk to me.
I'm a Falcons fan. If you're wearing a Falcons jersey, I'm gonna have to cheer for you. Just like I have to cheer for Matt Ryan. He's not my favorite, but I gotta cheer for the guy because he's wearing my jersey.
Okay. I got you. I'm gonna get back to you in a second. Come on, Herb, talk to me.
Look, this is hilarious because we all know Atlanta's about to send him to the Jets right now. They on the phone. They on the phone with Adam Gase right now. Oh, you trying to win? Okay, we about to send you to the Jets and see what you gonna do. Yeah. But no, man, this is hilarious. But it's just jacked up because I wonder if he really knew he was on live TV.
I don't think so. You see, he tried to, and the lady in the message was saying, did he tell him he's on live TV? And he didn't tell him until the very end. And then there was a pause, and Julio, he was like, and then he came out and said, I don't want to go to the Cowboys. I never have.
Yeah, no. Dallas, oh no. Like you said, quit. But I love it. That's funny.
He said, you ain't gonna win in Dallas. He said, oh, you already know. You already know.
You already know I know.
I'm happy about that.
And I do, guys, want to stop the show. Let me stop the show for 1 second to say hello to Mr. Curtis McGee. Curtis McGee is on the show, Jason. He provided the food the other day for my birthday party, which was a big success. A lot of it was just due to the food and whatnot that he provided and that he cooked. So I want to thank him. If y'all ever need anything, McGee is the guy. Here's my thing for you, Kerry. This is what I'm saying. You have somebody like, say, Jesse Tuggle. Jesse Tuggle, a man who, gave his blood, sweat, and tears for the Falcons. Now, they don't want him anymore. They're not using him. He decides he's going to go play for, say, somebody in the AFC. Say, the Patriots. Nobody in your division and whatnot. How can you not still love him? Because for somewhere else, y'all need more. I mean, you're not using him anymore. But you just said, once you put on another uniform, I'm done with you. Can you not still have love for that man that gave his blood, sweat, and tears to that organization for as long as he did?
That's true fandom.
I wish him well, but I ain't cheering for him. That's
real fandom right there. I love it. I love it. Love it.
That's something, man, y'all are something else. That's you try that. You try that, there. Boy, y'all are something else. Anyway, where do we feel like Julio's gonna land? Miss Carey, where do you feel like Julio's gonna land?
I don't know where he's gonna land. I have like the teams I don't want him to go to. Like I don't want him to go to the 49ers. I don't want him to go to the Saints. Yeah, I'm hoping he lands someplace special like the Jets. That would be ideal.
Well, Lee Grimes is giving Julio that same chant that they were giving Trey Young. Trey Young this week. It says go Trey Young. I think he says go Julio Jones.
Right.
Herb, where do you think Julio went?
Listen, the funny thing is, I was joking about the Jets.
Herb, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me? Okay. Yeah, I said the interesting thing is I think he's either going to go somewhere crazy like either the Jets or Detroit. But the funny thing, and it's probably going to happen, he's probably going to go somewhere like Philly. Because for some reason, they always got some money to trade for some players.
Mm.
Well, here's the thing. And Eddie Vasquez says Julio needs to go anyway. It costs too much money, and they have Ridley and now Pitts. And I think that's one of the reasons why Julio wants to go, because Julio already wasn't getting the ball a whole lot. And now he sure wasn't going to get it with like you said, those two guys. So I think it's a smart move by Julio to find a new environment. I think that's a very good thing for Julio. I'm not sure it's going to be so good for Atlanta because, Julio has a long time been kind of bailout for Matt Ryan. I mean, when in doubt, where's Julio? And then, he throws the ball and Julio, 6 out of 10 times comes up with a play. But like I said, I'm interested in seeing it. He will not go to the Saints, Miss Carey. They will not dare trade him to anybody in their division. I can promise you that. Here's my thing for a long time straight from the hip watching. I've been saying this for about 7 years, then you get rid of Julio and trade. So if I'm a Falcon fan, I'm upset because this is something they should have done a long time ago. If you weren't going to make him a lifer and say, no, Julio is out of bounds. We're keeping Julio no matter what. He will retire a Falcon. That's the only way it would have made sense to me. But now with him leaving the way that he's leaving, and you run around here trying to get some fool to give you a first-round draft pick for him now, because ain't nobody but a fool going to give you a first-round draft pick at this point for Julio Jones. And so, like I said, it doesn't make sense. And now you look like a dumbass that I've been saying you were all along by not getting rid of him a long time ago. Probably could have got 2 first-round picks for him if you'd have traded his ass 3 to 5 years ago like I told you to. But you didn't do it. So now you look like a dummy and probably going to wind up getting like a damn 3rd-round pick for him and shipping him off to who knows where. So in any event, Falcons, you getting exactly what your dumb ass deserve. That's what I feel about it. Moving right along. Let's talk about, of course, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers is back in the news again, this time because he didn't show up for OTAs. Him and Deshaun Watson both. I don't think anybody expected either one of them to show up for OTA. I don't really see why this is all story. But, of course, it is because they didn't show up. So this time we're going to start the other way around. Urban, what say you about these two quarterbacks not showing up?
So we kind of expected it for both of these guys coming from a couple months ago, how everything was rolling. But you know what's funny and what they kind of sort of need to do is just flip them. One go to Green Bay, the other one go to Houston, and they just cancel each other out and just keep on moving from there. There's really no way you're going to be able to solve this, and unless somebody jumps out and just gives them the bag, they're just going to sit out the entire season.
Ms. Carey, what say you?
I can't even imagine where they would go. I mean, I don't know where they would trade him to or where they would send him. Yeah, I think I read somewhere earlier that somebody was talking about like a 3-way trade. If the NFL was the NBA, Watson would go to Green Bay, involving Julio, Jordan Love, Watson, and Rodgers. And somehow Love would end up in Atlanta. This dude here with the slick hair would end up in Texas. He's already looking oily. And Watson would end up in Green Bay. Just like Urban said.
Well, my thing is, and Eddie Vasquez, you said the Falcons are in rebuild mode, so I would not be mad if he goes somewhere good to win a ring. The Falcons are always in rebuild mode. I mean, tell me when the Falcons haven't been in rebuild mode. Even the year they went to the Super Bowl, they were supposedly in rebuild mode then. I mean, I've never heard the Falcons not being in rebuild mode. It's always something that they need, like an offensive lineman. How many times have you heard that over the last 10 years? How many offensive linemen have they drafted? How many, and still been terrible? So, I mean, I don't want to hear about that them being in rebuild mode. Troy the Barber is my man. Troy said, damn the Falcons. I'm with you, Troy. That's what I said. So in any event, I don't know. Jason seemed to agree with Eddie that the Falcons in rebuild mode. My whole thing is that they're always in rebuild mode as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. Let me ask you guys this, starting with you, Ms. Carey. Is there any scenario by which you see Aaron Rodgers back with the Packers and or Deshaun Watson back with Houston?
None.
Either one of them.
Nope. Not going to happen. Not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, at this point in time, it's too little, too late. OTAs is coming up. It's too late.
Yeah, I think it will be tough. Obviously I've got some resources down there in Houston, and what I'm hearing from down there is, nobody's even seen Deshaun Watson. I mean, they asked me if I'd seen him back up around here in Atlanta way or something. They're like, dude, we don't even know if he's in town. So, like I said, he's from up the road here in Hall County, and he's been known to come around this area. So, like I said, it's interesting to see. I think that there is a possibility that Aaron Rodgers would go back to Green Bay because he wouldn't say that he wouldn't do it on the show the other night or when he got interviewed by Kenny Mayne or Sports Center. He never would say how he wants this all to end, and he never would come out and affirm that there's no way in hell I'm going back to Green Bay. So I think he left it open, but it's going to be one of those things because, and I've never met Aaron Rodgers a day in my life, but the media makes him out to be an extreme diva who has these haughty principles and whatnot. It's going to be one of these things where you're going to have to issue a public apology. I want it in writing, and if I'm an owner, I'm like, man, I'm not doing all that. If I'm going to give you $50 million a year, whatever the case may be, to get you to come back, I'll be damned if I'm going to sit up there and write you a damn essay and all this other stuff. It ain't about to happen. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. Oh, Eddie says, why should know Rodgers if they pay him $50 a year? It might take that.
Look, I go somewhere and play $50 a year.
Because Aaron Rodgers also smart, man. He don't spend that money. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No dummy. Mama ain't raised no dummy.
What you say,
$50 million a year.
I agree with you on that. Okay, moving right along. Guys, I read this the other day, and it made me queasy in my stomach when they said the hottest selling jersey on NFL.com was a Tim Tebow tight end jersey that he about to be wearing down there in Jacksonville. Irv, your look says enough, but tell me what you think about that. Come on, Irv ain't even gonna discuss it. Miss Carey, talk to me.
Yeah, my opinion is that Tim Tebow has replaced the bald eagle. The United States used to be, or their mascot used to be the bald eagle. I think it's Tim Tebow, to be honest. They love them some Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow can kneel.
I miss him.
We don't have a problem with that.
I hear you, Miss Carey. I'm very.
The Lord has blessed me. I ain't saying a word.
Disappointed in this.
What's that?
Irv is afraid to talk about it because he knows that Tim Tebow is God's boy. So
I want to get into heaven.
Irv is afraid. Keisha, I hear you. Keisha saying hello to me. You see her saying, boo.
Come on, man.
There you go, right there. Jason has it up. Tim Tebow's jersey is the hottest seller in NFL's online shop. His number 85 jersey is ahead of both Tom Brady and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking, because I'm not into that space that a lot of people are in, where you try to buy stuff because you feel like there's gonna be some value to it later, that you'll be able to sell this jersey for $1 million somewhere down the road. I'm thinking that all of those folks are making that kind of thing happen. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that those collectors who know that when this kind of stuff happens, you need to get one. I'm thinking that's what's making that market so high. I know somebody who's a reseller and he bought, I think it was 25 PlayStations. You know, when they first came out, they were like $500 each. He sold each one of them for $1,000 each.
Ooh.
So he doubled his money. So I'm thinking that maybe that's what's going on in this instance with those people doing that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? So, but I am shocked still that somebody would pick a Tim Tebow jersey over a Tom Brady, you know, or a Trevor Lawrence. I mean, the number one overall pick, who's supposed to be a generational talent once in a lifetime. Do we have a quarterback show up like this? Why would his jersey not be more popular and get more? I mean, it's a phenomenon. I would definitely say that. And I'm not sure one I can explain. Miss Carey, take a shot at it and explain it.
I can't explain, but I can't wait. Their first game is against the Saints. I can't wait till Cam Jordan puts his helmet right in his chest. And then they play second, they play Dallas. Or no, who got Micah Parsons?
I think it's Dallas.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait till he gets hit.
The linebacker.
For real. Yeah. I hope he kneels right after he gets struck.
I'm sure you can think of something, Christian.
Listen, how do you have the highest selling jersey and we don't even know if you're gonna make the team? Like, this is baffling to me. Like, okay, these had to be custom made,
but I mean,
they had to be custom made. Like, there's no way.
Well, here's the thing, Irv. I think we're all pretty sure he's gonna make the team. I mean, I think that's part of it. I think by virtue of him even getting an opportunity to get a job, I think it's pretty safe to say he's gonna wind up getting the job. Yeah, he look good. Look at him. He look like a stout tight end. I can't wait to see him come in on a down block on a 350-pound offensive line or defensive line. Can't wait to see that. Put him where he has to block Aaron Donald. If I was the coach of the Rams, I would just have one play where I line Aaron Donald right up in front of him just for the hell of it. I know you're gonna play that position. You're gonna play that position today. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're gonna play at least one time today.
Look, this is crazy. Can you imagine catching the ball across the middle? Oh, I can't wait.
Exactly.
Just the preseason. I can't wait.
Well,
but this is what they hired. This is what they hired Urban Meyer for. We're talking about
somebody probably gonna go ahead and I would guarantee you just about that somebody's gonna go ahead and take that fine, and when he comes across the middle, like Irv said, they are gonna light his ass up, and they'll be happy to pay that fine. The owner will probably have a bounty out on it. Like whoever gets the fine, I'll pay it. I'll pay it for you.
Great.
All right, moving right along. There you go. Great week. We all know about great week. What Matthew Collins? Scherzer's worth more when he gets cut. I hear you. Matt. There you go, Matt. Might have a point right there. So Matt knows about that kind of stuff. I can tell you, Matt, he's been in the affiliated with the NFL and he knows about those kind of things. So Matt, thank you for joining us. All right, going to a little bit more serious topic. We want to talk about the NFL. I think it was today. Did not allow a Korean American to get a promotion, and he was told by an executive, "Yeah, this is scary." An NFL executive actually told him, "We're not hiring you because you are the wrong kind of minority." Do you believe a dumbass NFL executive would tell him something like that? He's the wrong kind of minority. That's why he didn't get the job. Okay, but roll it right here. Eugene Chung says NFL team told him he's not the right minority in a job interview. How sad is that? I mean, who does that? Not the right minority. Miss Carey, you're up first.
You had me at dumbass NFL executive. That's who says it. Not the right minority is not even accurate. If they're really talking about changing the look of the coaches to look more like the players, I think it's 1.9 Asian players in the NFL, and they don't have a single coach. They had one. They don't have a single Asian coach. 69.9 African American.
Wow.
You know the shortage of African American coaches we have. It's a zero-sum game. Mina Kimes said it. They believe if you have to rob from this bucket to put it in this bucket, and they're not trying to release any of that power that the white coaches have at this point. It's horrible.
It was said to me, it says to me, let me read this, Herb. It says, it was said to me, well, you're really not a minority. Chung told the Boston Globe. You're really not a minority. I mean, like she just said, Ms. Carey just gave you the stats as far as players and coaches in the NFL. And for somebody to say that is crazy. I would love to hear who said that. I mean, he needs to be fired tomorrow. Herb, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I've never heard the phrase wrong kind of minority. That might be the first time I've actually heard that. But the interesting thing is, like, this is probably the same person that I know it's not, but it's probably the same person that questioned Des Bryant and what his mom did before he got to the NFL and he got those stupid questions at the combine. Because this is idiocy. Like, a guy is qualified for the job and your first process in return is the wrong type of minority. He should be fired the next day. I would put his name out if I was Chung, if I was him.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you, Herb. Keisha said that that's how you know they're playing games. They're picking like we picked the top hat in Monopoly. And I hear you, Keisha. I mean, nobody knows why or how they do what they do in the NFL. We just know that it's normally a cluster on somebody's part. And I just can't believe an executive let that come out of his mouth. I mean, that's ridiculous to me. All right, folks, moving right along. We got a lot to cover still. It is 8:31, so we got halfway through this thing. We're going to switch gears and talk about the NBA. We're going to start off, Irv. I hope you're ready, because this is kind of where I turn it over to you. And we're going to talk about the playoffs. So let's talk about the playoffs here. And, let's make some predictions of series. And I don't really care about how many games. It don't matter if it's 4-0 or 4-3 or whatever, in my opinion. Who's going to win at the end of the day? So let's talk about that, Irv. Let's switch over to you and you. Let's go down the list.
All right, let's see here. I was trying to pull up the actual playoff list, but I know Jay probably don't have it. But I'm gonna just say this before we get started. Like, I enjoyed the weekend games, but these games during the week, yesterday and today, have been some of the most ugliest blowouts I've ever seen in my entire life.
Guys, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, you introduced this new play-in thing and all these other things, whatnot. You ain't no telling what you're gonna get.
Yeah, well, I did enjoy the playing games though. I really did. I really did enjoy the playing games though.
Yeah.
But this crap, like what's going on right now, it's another 30-point lead, and they just getting the halftime. What? I'm not excited for that. What kind of craziness? And it's funny we bringing up all the predictions and everything. I kind of had some fun on my Facebook group. I wanted everybody to vote to see who was going to win, and as a group, we were going to decide who was going to win each series. But so far it's split, so we don't know what we're talking about basically.
Which is awesome for the game, right?
Okay,
exactly.
Jason has the bracket up right there. You got Utah and Memphis. Who's gonna win that series?
Wait. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Well, I had Utah winning that one, but they need Donovan Mitchell. If Donovan Mitchell comes back, Memphis is going to destroy them. But Utah, I had winning that one.
Okay, Kerry, what do you think about Utah, Memphis?
I'm pulling for the upset, of course. I'm pulling for Ja.
John
I
Brooks is
tell you
playing out of his
what,
mind.
outside of Kyrie Irving, John Morant is probably the next best ticket in my opinion. I like watching that little joker play. I mean, he flat out, he is emotional. He gets after it. He working hard on both ends of the court. I like watching John Morant play ball. So, I think that I'm gonna go for Memphis. I don't know if they can take Utah just has a little too much for them, but I'm gonna pull for Memphis. LA Clippers versus Dallas.
I was choosing the Clippers, and I want to change it, but I'm stick with the Clippers, man.
Why you want to change it?
Because that boy Luca, boy, that's a bad boy right there, man. That's a bad boy.
Miss Kara, who you got?
I'm picking the Clippers too. I think he needs Porzingis to show out, and that dude is like ghost. Like he's here one game, he's hurt the next. He's Gumby. He might be.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I think that Kawhi Leonard is still Kawhi Leonard. I mean, he's not gonna get a whole bunch of praise and whatnot because he just doesn't have that flash. But he's kind of that Tim Duncan kind of a player where he's still going to get, 30, 15 or whatever just about every game. And it is what it is. So I'm gonna pick the Clippers. Denver and Portland. Now this gonna be interesting. Denver and Portland. This is gonna be interesting right here. Come on, Herb. Talk to me.
So I chose Portland. I'm sticking with Portland, even though that ugly game yesterday happened. Dame Lillard's not gonna let them lose or go out without a fight, man. And I just need everybody else to show up.
Miss Karen.
I feel the same way. I'm with Portland. Dame Lillard is a dog, and all he needs is for either Melo or McCollum to show out big in a couple games, and it'll happen. I got them winning it.
I know that Portland lost last night. I think it was a pretty significant loss. I might have been a double-digit loss. But if you looked on the top plays of the evening, I think Dame Dollar was sitting around number 6 on the top plays of the day because the man shot the ball from damn near half court. I'm talking about a regular shot, not a halftime heat. I mean, there were like 3 guys standing right in front of him trying to check him. And this man just raised up and shot a regular jump shot. I've never seen a jump shot from that far back. That man is absolutely insane, and there's no way I'm going to pick against him. I can tell you that right now. Yeah. Moving right along to what everybody wants to talk about, LAL and Phoenix. Right now, Phoenix is up 1-0 on LeBron James. As everybody knows that Jason got a statue in his house. LeBron James. And then kiss his Converse. Talk to me. Tell me what you got.
So I'm gonna just say this in the group. I'm the lone wolf on this pick. I chose Phoenix, and everybody commented and laughed at me for choosing Phoenix.
Well, you got number 2 going up against the number 7, and everybody laughed at you.
Listen, like they was getting tickled.
Miss Karen, what do you think?
Come on, man. Who does Chris Paul play for?
Oh, yes, yeah.
I hear you. You're right. You a Chris Paul fan.
Yeah, I got them coming out of it.
And they say he's gonna be back tonight. Whatever the next time they play. You know what? I'm gonna pick the Lakers. I'm gonna pick the Lakers, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm picking the Lakers. Because I'm a LeBron fan, but it's kind of pissing me off now that everybody seems to be LeBron haters. For instance, let me tell you what happened last week when they did the play-in game, and it was LeBron versus Steph Curry. Of course, LeBron raises up at the end of the game and hits a three-pointer from out of nowhere, this, that, and the other. And the next day I look at the TV and they say the topic that they're getting ready to talk about is, was LeBron's shot last night lucky? Why the hell are you going to ask that question? I mean, Trae Young the other night shoots a damn floater at the end of the game with two giants up there swatting at it and everything else. And nobody asked him if that was lucky. But yet LeBron, who has many times in his career had the last shot of the damn game and hit a damn three-pointer. I mean, like, the man has done it zillions of times. But nobody questioned Trae Young. But yet you're going to question about LeBron being lucky? Dude, y'all need to raise up. Go ahead, Miss Karen.
He did say, I can't even see. I can't even see. So if you can't see the basket and you threw a ball up at it, then yes, you're lucky that it went in.
I can tell you this, and Irv, you tell me if I'm wrong. I guarantee you probably 70% of the time, them jokers can't see the damn basket because the defenders are taught to put your hand in the face anyway. But them jokers know what that thing feels like shooting from the spots that they shoot from. And I guarantee LeBron might not have seen it, but he was in his spot, and he knows what that ball feels like, how he shoots it every time from that spot. That's why you're a damn professional basketball player making all that damn money. So I ain't trying to hear that, Miss K. You need to come on with something else. Talk to me, Irv.
Yeah, it's been many a time I shot a basketball and said, oh, yeah, and just started running up the court.
Because when you're in your spot and you're a pro, dude, come on, man. Come on now. Come on, Miss Karen. You stop hating on LeBron like that. Here's my thing. It's pissing me off because I'm the number one LeBron hater. And I didn't say it was luck. That wasn't luck when he shot that ball the other night. I'm going to tell you what was luck with that damn Trae Young floater. And for the record, Trae Young is the man I hate the most right now in the NBA player. I can't stand him. He getting on my nerves already. And I'm with that forget Trae Young crew that they got up there in New York. Really? I need to go get me a seat sitting right next to Spike Lee with the forget Trae Young thing that they got. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right. Check it out on the other side. Herb, I'm not even going to talk to you about this one because I know who you got.
We coming back, baby. We coming back. The first game was a fluke. Gentleman sweep. It's coming.
Miss Karen, what do you say? Washington and Philadelphia.
I got Philly.
Come on.
I got Philly.
I'm with you. I got Philly too. I'm gonna take Philly there. All right, here we go. New York, Atlanta.
I don't even care. Y'all not on my side.
Please, 1-0 right now.
Y'all got to be on my side. Who cares? Doesn't matter. We beat them in the next round too, so it doesn't matter. Send us the next victim.
You better be home for Atlanta. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Trae Young. I like the way the direction is going. Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta. I chose Atlanta.
Miss Carey, I know you. You're an Atlanta fan. I gotta be Atlanta. Come on. Oh, there she is. There she is right there.
I'm going Atlanta, sir.
Well, obviously, I gotta go New York because I'm an anti-Atlanta fan. So I would definitely be going for New York. Milwaukee and Miami. This is a very intriguing matchup to me. Right now, Milwaukee leads 2-0. What say you, Miss Karen?
I say I think maybe the Heat catch one.
Really?
They get one game.
Okay. Okay, Irv, talk to me.
Let's just say Milwaukee and my next choice is going to be playing the second round earlier than everybody else.
Wow. Okay.
This is sweet. This is a done deal.
I hear you. We're going to finish up the last one. Brooklyn and Boston. Right now, Brooklyn leads 1-0.
2-0. Because this game is over.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sweep for sure.
Okay. Let's talk about going forward, and we'll just make our predictions now. Who comes out of the East? Who comes out of the West? Irv, we're gonna start with you.
We already know who coming out the East.
Washington.
There you go. Nah, please. Milwaukee's. No, I think Brooklyn's gonna come out the East, man. To be honest with you.
Okay. Who out of the West?
The West is tricky, but I hate to say it. I got a feeling Dallas is gonna come out.
Well, Dallas. That's a hell of a pick. I mean, I will take that. I'll remind you about that. That's a hell of a pick right there. Miss Karen, what do you think?
I got the Suns coming out of the West, and I got Brooklyn coming out of the East.
You got the Suns coming out of the West. Who's coming out of the East?
Brooklyn.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have Atlanta coming out of the East. I thought you about to make history on this show. Talking about some damn Atlanta's gonna come out of the East. And everybody knows Brooklyn coming out of the East. I mean, the only question is who coming out of the West. And right now, with the way that Phoenix is playing, I'm gonna go with Phoenix. I'm gonna go with Phoenix. I know I said earlier I thought that LA was. I just did that because y'all picked another time. I'm trying to be contrary, but Phoenix, I think the way they're playing ball right now, and them jokes look fearless. I'm gonna have to go with Phoenix coming out of the West. They look good from the highlights I watched. I ain't sitting up there watching no damn NBA basketball game, but the highlights I see, them jokes look pretty good. I'm going with them. So Miss Carey is starting to rub off on me a little bit, and maybe a believer. So anyway, all right, moving right along. Let me see what we got next. Sir, talk about. Hold on here. Oh, we're gonna talk about Steph and his next contract. Talk to me, Irv, what you know about Steph's next contract looking like.
Let's just say it's a no-brainer. He's going to be the highest paid player in the National Basketball Association. No debate, no argument. Whatever he wants, he'll get.
Well, wait a minute. I got to make this announcement. Matthew Collette said, I take Jordan wearing the number 45 before I root for LeBron. Now, that's an insult right there. That's an insult right there. I try to pretend like Jordan never wore 45. I just pretend that right now. Anyway, that's a big insult right there. Oh, there you go, Keisha. Keisha said the Hawks are rebuilding too. As always, Atlanta teams always in rebuild mode. Always. So, anyway, Miss Carey, what do you think?
First, to comment on that rebuilding. If you don't win the championship, you ought to be rebuilding. So every team's in rebuild if they didn't win the chip. But on with Stephon Curry, he'll be making $13.6 a minute, $6.56 per game, $53 million a year.
Wow.
I'm ready for it.
I mean, guys, I'm just telling you, I don't know how they do it. I mean, I really don't. I don't know how the NBA can afford to pay these guys that kind of money, unless they just skyrocketed or something. Or I mean, popcorn must be damn, $50 for a small bag. I mean, how in the world are you generating that kind of revenue to pay these jokers $54 million a year? I mean, most people, 100 people ain't gonna make $54 million in their lifetime. You paying one man $54 million a year. And I mean, this man is young enough, he might be able to go for at least another 6 years, let's say. Let's say he plays 6 more years. I mean, that is $300+ million for 6 years. I mean, that's insane to me. Just absolutely insane to me. I don't know how to do it. Irv, tell me how to do it.
Listen, the league generates 6 point something stupid billion a year. Stands in the gym or not? Just the endorsements alone. You gotta think like Nike, Under Armour, Reebok, Russell Athletic, Converse.
I got
Gatorade,
Powerade. So Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Now they got body armor. Like they're getting money hand over fist from all of these avenues. They probably thinking you can take those 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
That's 54 cents in their mind. That's definitely how they're looking at it.
Yes,
All right, let me ask you this, Herb. Let's talk about NBA superstars for a second. Give me who you would pick one over another. For instance, the Greek Freak. Who would you pick over the Greek Freak?
Right now, I would choose guys like I would easily choose Joel Embiid.
Really?
Yeah, easily. Joel Embiid right now is playing possibly the most dominant basketball that you can even look at.
Embiid is not that fleet of foot though.
It doesn't matter if you can't stop him. Listen, like if he wasn't in foul trouble against Washington the last game, he would have easily scored 50 points. The matchup that he has right now is probably going to show off every single bit of skills that he has. And then guys like James Harden, I would choose over Greek Freak. Easily Chris Paul, I would choose over Greek Freak. Right now, undercard that I would choose.
Would you choose Luka over Greek Freak?
You said what I choose now?
Luka Doncic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Luka. Yes, Luka. I would choose Luka and one undercard that nobody's really thinking about, but he showed me a lot this past season. I would choose DeAndre Ayton. Especially at that performance.
Who would you choose? Who would Miss Carey choose over Greek Freak?
I would choose, any of the top, like, 3 facilitators. Like Urban said, Harden, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, just the facilitators. I think that's they play a more vital role than the Greek Freak does, even with his dominance.
Now here's my thing. I think y'all are showing the Greek Freak enough love. The man was MVP a couple years ago, this, that, and the other. And, some people saying he was the best player in basketball at that time. I ain't about to pick no Chris Paul, Miss Carey, over no doggone Greek Freak. Just because you and Chris Paul got a thing going on, like, like the man said, me and Mr. Jones, I ain't trying to hear all that now. You can't be picking no dog with Chris Paul at 5'11.5" over no damn 6'8" Greek Freak. How you gonna do something like that? That ain't right. Now you know me. I'm gonna pick Kyrie because Kyrie is the show. I take Kyrie over the Greek Freak. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Irv, if you don't pick your head up.
He's still trying to decide if his round.
Right. I'm taking Uncle Drew over the Greek Freak. I can't believe one of y'all said KD. I think KD is probably the best player in the game right now. And y'all didn't even mention KD. You mentioned Harden and didn't mention KD? Come on now. Y'all know that's wrong. Ooh. Y'all know that. I'm not going to let y'all do that. So those are 2 right there that I know I will take. I might want to football. Shut up, Keith. All right, moving right along. We only got a few minutes left, so I do want to get to a couple quick things. Did y'all hear about this Verdejo guy? We talked about another week where he was rumored to have killed his girlfriend and the baby and tied a rock around her leg and threw her in the river off of a bridge. Dude, they got that dude. They indicted him the other day for like 20 counts of stuff that I don't see how in the hell he's going to get out of it. And they said that the death penalty. They about to, and over in them third world countries now, they do things a little bit different. Their death sentences, they put them on TV like the man come out and blade and cut your head. It's gonna be some kind of brutal something the way they're gonna do him. Herb, talk to me.
Yeah, he might as well just go ahead and. I think he had it set in his mind, and no matter what he did, he was gone.
Dude, I don't know. Miss Carey, what do you think?
It was Puerto Rico, so it's still the U.S.
Oh, okay.
And her parents don't want him dead. They want him to sit each day of his life in jail and be thinking about their daughter. And it's just amazing to me that, think about people like back in the day, like Rod Caruth, wasn't that his name? Dude, right? Well, rather than accept or acknowledge that you have a child with somebody other than your wife, you're going to risk something like this. This guy was a promising fighter in Puerto Rico. And he's been to the Olympics. He was promising. And now this brother will sit in jail and rot. Yeah. And his wife, there's other people who are going to be indicted too at this point. We just haven't heard about it yet. He didn't do it alone.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, we got 5 minutes left. We're going to talk about some things that aren't really that important, but we're going to talk about midway because we still got to give Travis his 1 minute. So we got 4 minutes left. First, we're going to talk about 2 things. I want to know if anybody is going to even take a peek at it and look at it. Number one is both of them are from the sport of boxing. Is anybody going to look at Fury Wilder Part 3? And Jay's got a clip on that. He's going to put because I didn't think Part 2 was a sham to me. I don't know what the hell Wilder was saying. He got his brains beat out. I know he's a puncher. He just out there flailing. Watch the way he punches. Look at him. He just swing.
Yeah. But this is
this is like me fighting Mike Tyson. That's what he's hoping I'm connect with something. Herb, you gonna watch this Part 3? You said?
Absolutely. I'm gonna watch Fury beat the brakes off of this man because this is the biggest mouth we got. This is the biggest mouth we got in boxing, just because he's a knockout artist, and he's not even a good technique. He don't even have a good technique with his knockouts.
It's sad watching that.
I will watch it because I do. You watch fights like these because you never know what's going to happen. But Fury's going to beat the brakes off this man.
Miss Carey, what do you think?
Oh, I'll watch too if Jason gets the pay-per-view. I ain't paying for it.
Jason got
but I'll watch it. I went to watch the second fight. What's that?
Miss Carey, what do you think about Mayweather versus this blogger? Who wants to see that?
Yeah, I will not be watching that. The blogger has nothing to lose. He has everything in the game here. $1 million for standing in the ring despite it all, at all.
Irv, what do you think?
It's a joke. Ain't nobody gonna watch it. But the sad thing is people gonna watch that one. I'm not even giving that the time of day.
Dude, the fact that he's even out promoting it, I kind of wish it was kind of like that Keenan Ivory Wayans movie, when he was fighting a nobody and he was drinking beers and all that and got a big old fat gut. I'd rather see Floyd Mayweather do something like that and then just go out there and just try to beat him off the rip. Y'all know a movie I'm talking about?
Was that Keenan or was it Damon?
It might have been Damon. I can't remember, but he got a big old fat gut. Just look retarded going out there to box the guy. Somebody put it in the chat. Y'all know the movie I'm talking about. Guys.
Great White Hype.
Great White Hype. I'd rather see a Great White Hype.
Yes, I remember that.
Floyd just came out there and had a big old gut. Actually, instead of being bald head like he normally is, actually glued some hair on his head like George Jefferson out there. So, had a George Jefferson head. Why they fighting guys and beat the brakes off of?
This could actually be titled The Great White Hat Part 2.
There you go. Jason knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, look at his gut. Look at his gut.
There it is right there. I'd rather see him come out like that than to be seriously out there training and all that other stuff. I'm a Samuel L. Jackson fan. So any movie that Samuel L. Jackson has been in, I don't care if it's the worst movie of all time. I want to see it. So like I said, that was a great movie for me. All right, guys, we got 1 minute left before 1 o'clock. It is time for Straight from the Hips own Travis Butler to come on the show and give us his 1 minute of funk. Now, like Houdini, you don't have 5 minutes of funk. We're going to call your segment 1 minute of jump. So come on, Travis.
And don't use me this time. That's crap. Okay. I get my 1 minute. All right. Everyone knows what we're talking about. It's soccer. That's right. This Saturday is the most important soccer match of the year. Champions League final, Manchester City versus Chelsea. Of course, everyone knows my dog is named after Chelsea, so I'm going Chelsea. It is the most important game of the year in soccer. Yeah, that's right, Dad. Go Chelsea. There is basically what it is. It's the European Cup Championship. They have this huge tournament with every single team in Europe, and these are the final 2 teams left. So Chelsea and Manchester City, they do play both in the English Premier League. Chelsea they played each other 3 times already. Chelsea's won twice, and then they had a draw. So Saturday on CBS, 3 o'clock. Go Chelsea.
Yeah, go Man City.
All right,
I thought you like to fly like a falcon.
Huh?
I thought you like to fly
Oh,
like
don't
a
make me
falcon.
bring that back. You know, it starts off like this. The Falcons playing like doo-doo, like doo-doo. Doo-doo, like doo-doo. Anyway, it says like this. I want to fly like a falcon. Truthfully. To say just wait till next year. Soon as I am 0-3. I want to fly like a falcon. To and fro. Get paid for poor production. Like my name is Julio. I want to fly like a falcon. Say it twice. Learn to eat a stiff arm. Like my name is Matty Ice. I want to fly like a falcon every day. To never make the playoffs. But for my fans, that is okay. Don't make me bring back the remix.
Yo.
You wrong, Jay.
That's the best segment.
I know Miss Cherry, baby. She didn't like that.
By the way, that is the best
Miss Cherry, baby, she mad about that now.
Yo.
I'm back in the day, Miss Cherry. I'm back in the
That was over a year ago. That was before I had my beard. That was about a year ago.
Come back.
Oh my God.
All right, folks. We're going to go ahead and end on that note.
Yo.
Listen, Jason is the scariest man on the planet because he got all kind of stuff like that in his vault. So for me, Jason is a scary man. Folks, we appreciate everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, Ms. Hood, Ms. Ham, Mr. Butler. Keisha has been on here. Eddie was on here. Guys, there were so many folks here tonight. I appreciate all of you for being here. As always, thank you, Perry. Thank you, Big Irv. Travis, we thank you for your 1 minute of jump. Now 5 minutes of fun. And it's always sitting right there in the middle on the top row where he should be, Mr. Jason Allen. Jay, as always, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all the wonderful clips and everything that you do. Listen, guys, Jason is the hardest working man in social media. I mean, I see this brother doing something. He had a little clip out the other day saying about how tired he was from doing clips.
Facts.
So, Jay, we do all these other things. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for keeping us all in order and running this thing. Folks, we got to get out of here. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.
Go Serena Williams, French Open.
Hey, we'll see you
I
all
know
next
that's right.
week.
Go Serena.
Go.